Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Tyler Thomas. I am joined today, or tonight rather, by Brad Doublehead. We are here at Stilwell High School. Been a long time since we've been here for a home basketball game, but we are back. We got the Poteau Pirates in town, and we're ready to watch some basketball, Brad.
Absolutely. It was a year ago, Tyler, when we were here. There's my dad joke for the evening, folks. It just seems like it's been actually an eternity, Tyler, since we've done one of these games. And a lot of success by both teams, more so the boys in this most recent tournament. They were involved in a tournament hosted by Lincoln Christian Schools, which the boys ended up being the champion and ended up beating Lincoln Christian Schools and came out of – that's a tough tournament, Tyler.
Yeah, not only did they beat Lincoln Christian, who's ranked in 3A, but to get to that championship game, they had to beat a ranked 5A Collinsville. And, I mean, like you said, it was just a tough tournament and a very impressive showing. And Lincoln Christian's really better than what they're ranked in Class 3A. They got their full team later in the season since they were in a state championship football game.
Yeah, and two, let's not forget that Lincoln Christian, to even advance to the championship game, beat number 3 in Class 5A Edison to make it there. So a lot of talented teams in that tournament, and like I said, the boys came out on top. The girls also had a lot of good success, and they are continuing to build on a great season, and that's who's going to start us off tonight, Tyler. We're going to have the girls first against the Lady Pirates from Poteau.
Yeah, and like you said, the girls, they had a tough go of it in that semifinals game at the Lincoln Christian tournament, but they were going against the number 1 team in 3A as well, and they played them tight early in the first half, and then it just kind of got away from them. But they are ranked number 15 in 4A basketball, which is a very big-time accomplishment at this point in the season, and they've and you still got to remember that this team is mostly sophomores, and they're showing out and playing at a high level this entire season.
Exactly, and going back to that game against LCS last Friday night, the girls really just, the momentum kind of got away from them. It wasn't really one thing or another. It was Lincoln hit some shots. We got a little lackadaisical on defense, and that really was the thing that propelled Lincoln Christian to that hot run they got on that allowed them to pull away in that game.
Yeah, exactly, and I mean, Lincoln shot the ball well from outside, and it just wasn't there for most of the game for Stilwell. Whenever one team's shooting the three well and the other one's not, it can make for a long night.
It definitely can. And this Stilwell Lady Indians girls basketball team, one of the things they have a lot of success off of is forcing turnovers. And that's something we didn't see them do to Lincoln Christian a whole lot. Lincoln Christian did a great job of taking care of the ball, really controlling the game. And Stilwell's at their best whenever they create havoc. Yeah,
exactly, and that's a great way to put it. Havoc. I sometimes say they got to muddy it up. They got to muck it up a little bit, make it a gritty game, and you'll see them succeed because what they do best, like you said, is they put pressure on the opposing team, cause turnovers, which then leads to offensive possessions, successful offensive possessions. Turnovers leads to fast break points, and that's key for this team. One thing to note as we are back here for the first time since last year or last month, however you want to phrase it, we do have one key contributor who is probably going to be out for the season in Kaylee Benham. She had a knee injury. We're wishing her a speedy recovery as she rehabs that injury. But she will be down, or the Lady Indians will be down her for the rest of the season, unfortunately.
Yeah, and she is, even though she's young, Tyler, as we talked about, the majority of this team she's a great contributor. Can hit those key threes, is a great hustler. She gets after the ball and forces a lot of those turnovers that we talked about. So her absence will definitely be felt.
Yep. So we are about 2 minutes and 10 seconds away from tip-off here at Stilwell. Brad, what's the keys tonight? What are you looking for?
Well, I'd like Stilwell to kind of build off some of the momentum they had at that tournament. Also, we need to look at, like we talked about already, creating havoc. Turn the Pirates over. the Lady Indians are one of those teams that when they get you up by 8 or 10, they don't let off the gas, and that's what's great about this team. And they end up pulling away and winning most of those games by 20 to 25 points. And so that's something I'm looking forward to. Get off to a hot start, get the lead early, and just coast the rest of the way.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I don't know much about Poteau and what their team's made of. They are not a ranked team in 4A. I know that much, so it's hard for me to know what their record is or anything like that. But typically, Poteau does have some good ball players. I mean, and so I would expect a tough game. It's a conference game, so they're all tough whenever you get into conference play. We are at the beginning of January, but the playoffs are only about 4 to 5, 6 weeks away.
Yep.
And so you got to start now. You're going to start seeing coaches, not just Stilwell coaches, but coaches all across high school basketball. Those benches are going to start getting smaller as they key in on their key rotation players and start making sure that they are in the groove that they need to be going into this season or into the playoff area.
Right, and that's one of the things that really hurts with Kaylee being out now, Tyler, is, Coach Cone normally went about 8 or 9 deep anyway. And so now as you shorten that rotation, you're looking at maybe only 6 or 7 in some of those really close games.
Yeah, one key contributor you can look at is probably number 14, Shannon Catron. We'll get back to that. We got the national anthem coming up, folks. Beautiful job there by the 3 young ladies who sang the national anthem for us. We're about to get the starting lineups here and be moments away from tip-off.
Yeah, and going back, Tyler, to what you had talked about and needing to kind of fill in that role for Kaylee Benham being out, Shannon Catron is one that we need to highlight. Mm-hmm. She has shown, for a sophomore, a tremendous poise coming in and getting those key minutes.
Yeah. All right, and of course, I mean, you got to note that as Snowda way to go as this team goes, and so you're going to look for Snowda to not only facilitate and get people open and get them open shots, but she's going to try to get inside and get to about that 10-foot area to shoot some jumpers, and it'll be key for her to see a couple of those go through the rim or through the hoop early in this game.
Absolutely. Another thing to note, too, tonight, Tyler, is that Stilwell will be without starting senior Jaylee Christie for this game. So, again, it kind of shortens the bench there for Coach Cone and his staff. Yeah,
and looks like Brianna Benham will be also a senior, will be getting the spot start there. So your starters for tonight for the Lady Indians will be Brianna Benham, the 5'8 senior, and then number 14, Shannon Catron, the 5'6 sophomore, number 10, Snowda Wadey, the 5'3 sophomore, number 2, Caleb Mink, the 5'3 senior, and number 15, Kenley Johnson, the 5'7 sophomore.
Starting at guard, a 5'3 sophomore, number 10, Snowda Wadey. Starting at center, 5'6 sophomore, number 14, Shannon Catron. Starting at guard, a 5'7" sophomore, number 15, Kinley Johnson. And starting at center, a 5'8" senior, number 25, Bree.
Good crowd tonight, Brad, for a Tuesday night game.
Absolutely. I was just thinking the same thing.
Coached by head coach Whitcomb, assisted by Shiloh Shores and Chris Crittenden.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we will have the score going for you down in the lower corner of the screen, and we will try to keep the clock as close as possible for you as well. The clock that we control on our computer is not in connection with the actual game clock here inside the arena, but we try to keep it going as close as possible for you.
Absolutely. And if you have an issue with the game clock in the arena, you can take that up with Brian Johnson.
So jumping for the Lady Indians will be number 14, Shannon Catron. She does control the tip for the Lady Indians, and we are off and running. Snowda with the ball at the half-court line, bringing it over to the wing. Going to go to her left. Sits it back up, trying to set up the offense. Over to Taylor. Taylor back to Snowda, swinging it across up at the top. Inside to Shannon. She gets it outside to Snowda. Snowda over to Taylor. Indians doing a good job of working the ball. Oh, we're going to get an unforced turnover there for the Lady Indians. Shannon overthrew Taylor a little bit.
Yeah, and if Poteau continues to pack that paint early, Tyler, Stilwell's going to have to nail some outside shots just to kind of loosen up that zone.
Poteau with the ball up top, swinging it around the top of the key. Cross-court pass.
Great defense early on by the Lady Indians.
Lady Indians working this zone very effectively early on. Kind of a matchup zone, so to speak.
That's what I was thinking.
Good job. They're not getting, finally get something on the inside. They're going to get a foul there on Taylor. Caught her on the arm a little bit on the jumper.
Yeah, and that's another thing, Tyler. With us being so thin at our bench, those are fouls that especially Snowda and Taylor are going to have to watch. We can't pick up those cheap, easy fouls. First one is up for Poteau, and it is good. So the Pirates take the early lead, 1-0. She has one more attempt remaining.
All right, sets. Bends the knee, shoot, and it is not good. Rebound controlled by Benham. Now Snowda with the ball, going to bring it up for the Lady Indians. Going to go to her left, over to Kinley Johnson. Kinley, who's usually on the inside and on the offense, is now playing on the wing, so that's an interesting strategy there for the Lady Indians. Turnover there for the Lady Indians. Down the middle, layup's good.
Coach is good. And Coach Cone does not like the action he has seen from the Lady Indians early and has called his first time out of the evening.
Yep, 6:22 remaining here in the first quarter. The Lady Pirates are up 3-0 early on. Brad, just a little bit of sloppiness there on the offensive end for the Lady Indians.
Yeah, and you know, we knew that there was probably going to be an adjustment period, Tyler, with you missing two starters, with Kaylee Benham out, Jaylee Christie out for this game. You know, you knew it was going to take a while to find your footing.
Yeah.
And so let's see what kind of adjustments Coach Cone makes.
Yeah.
And you can also tell, too, early on, it's taking Kinley Johnson a little bit of time to adjust to being outside.
Yeah, and she's playing a different position, and but she's more than capable, a very talented ball player.
Absolutely.
Taylor Mink with the ball on the wing. Looked like she had a lane there to get inside. Kinley gets it inside. Nice take there. Just misses the runner.
Rebound by number 5 for Poteau.
Pirates are trying to get in transition whenever they do get those defensive rebounds. Good defense by the Lady Indians. Taylor Mink with the rebound.
Yeah, I think Shannon Catron got a piece of that ball, Tyler, as Poteau threw it up, and this is
Three
Kinley
ball.
Johnson for 3.
No good off back iron. Poteau setting up the offense again. We're playing a matchup zone on the defensive end here. Got a timeout on Poteau's end. Coach wanting to, he obviously sees something there that he's wanting his team to execute and wants to give them a good little talk here. You know, whenever they're in that zone, the way to break down that zone is going to be to get it inside and have the zone collapse in on itself. Then you can kick it out to a jumper or a cutter or whatever it may be.
Right.
But just swinging it around the top of the key is not going to do anything. I mean, because it's allowing the zone to rotate and do what the zone's supposed to do at that point.
Yeah, that's why I was encouraged, even though she missed the driving attempt, I was encouraged by Kinley Johnson deciding to go ahead and take authority, go into the lane, and at least try to make something happen, shake that zone up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Right, Poteau with the ball up top. There, get it to the top of the key. Swinging, they're still swinging around. Still doing a good job of keeping the ball out of the paint. Going to go back to the wing. Thought about the 3, little jumper there. No good. Rebound's going to be controlled by Snoda. Snoda's off and running now. See if she can get it inside. Kicks it over to Kinley. Kinley going to drive. Hand dishes to Shannon. Shannon kicks it out. It's not a good from 3. Ties the ball game up.
And just as we talked about, Tyler, that inside-out action got Poteau to kind of sink in, and Snoda was able to hit that 3-point jump shot.
One of the first really clean looks Stilwell's got all night, Brad.
Yeah. But then again, that was all predicated by Kinley Johnson deciding to be aggressive and make that drive.
Exactly. Stilwell doing an excellent job running their own zone, keeping Poteau out of the paint. Going to be a quick swing here. Going to be inside. Good defense, good recovery there by Shannon Catron. Taylor Mink controls the ball. Kick out or to the corner. Inside to Shannon. Shannon with the ball move. Going to put it up on the glass. Good! Nice ball move. Nice use of the backboard there by Shannon Catron.
So Stilwell is now taking its first lead of the evening, 5-3, with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here in this first quarter.
Poteau having a very difficult time getting the ball inside. And you know, you can just tell by they're wanting to, and Stilwell's doing just a great job of covering up the passing lanes right now.
They are, but, you know, this is
He's
where
gonna get a jump ball
right there, and possession arrow is going to keep it here with Poteau, but that was a great effort by Snoda. But that's where Poteau has to force the issue. They have to drive in and at least get 2 people to collapse on somebody, kick it back out, get some movement, get that zone off balance.
Yeah, exactly. Got a moving screen. Poteau gets it inside. Going to put it up on the backboard. No good. Going to be off of. Nope. Saved by Kinley Johnson.
Right to Taylor Mink, and she's going to go all the way. And Snoda
with the 3 ball. No good off back iron. Poteau's going to look to run. Not much there. Stilwell does a good job of getting back. Swing ball 3 for Poteau, no good. Follows her own shot, going to save it right to number 5. Number 5 puts it up, no good. Going to go out of bounds off of Stilwell. Will stay with Poteau, who will inbound underneath their own basket.
Yeah, I thought number 11 for Poteau could have been tagged with an over the back there on Snoda, but
good job by Stilwell recovering there, and that'll be out of bounds, and we'll go back to we'll go to Stilwell.
All right, so ball will be inbounded to Snoda Wadey to bring the ball up for the Lady Indians.
Inside to Shannon. Shannon, nice little pass to the cutter. Going to be good for Kinley Johnson.
And that was a great job of moving without the ball by Kinley Johnson. Getting open, Shannon Catron was able to find her for the easy bucket there.
Stilwell up 7-3 with a little over 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Cross-court pass, good recovery by Snoda, good closeout. Oh, that's going to be a backcourt violation. Turnover by Poteau. We got a timeout by Poteau. Their second of the night. Head coach is not happy. Brad, sloppy start to the game. You're seeing Stilwell settle in a little bit. Seeing them drive, get into the paint, kick out to, or hit the cutter, hit the outside shooter. You're starting to see a little bit of offensive flow going for the Lady Indians.
Yeah, thankfully, because without a shot clock in high school basketball, games can tend to kind of linger on a little bit, and that's what both teams are there. Early on, were doing on the offensive end.
Yeah.
And I think, one of the things I noticed the Poteau coach tell his players whenever they came to the huddle is he said, pump fake. At least try to get your defender up in the air, and then that way you can dribble drive around him. He's just wanting, I think, somebody to throw up a shot inside the three-point line.
Yeah. So here we are, little under 2 minutes remaining. Brad, I did have a request from one of our viewers to spell predicate. You used the word, so now spell it.
Oh, we'll do that at our next timeout break.
3-ball Snowda. In there. Gets the roll. Give her some jelly. It went down. 10-3, Lady Indians. Oh, good hands there by Snowda. Knocks the ball out of bounds. We'll stay with the Lady Pirates. And Brad has lost the score.
We're having some technical difficulties with the iPad.
Poteau swinging the ball around the top. It is 10-3. We'll get the scoreboard up and running momentarily, folks. Good close out there by Taylor, keeping her in front. Inside on the block, going to go up, no good, but gets the foul.
Like
Number 11 will be going to the free throw line for Poteau.
It looks like that foul was called on Brianna Benham. That'll be her first. First one is up and no good for Poteau, a little strong. Second one is up, and it is good. 10-4. Stilwell is still in control, and we're just now ticking under a minute left to go.
Snowda Weddy with the ball, swings it over to Kinley Johnson. Back to Snowda. Gets it inside to Brianna Benham. Over into the corner to Taylor. Taylor with the three. In and out, but rebound goes out of bounds. Will stay with the Lady Indians.
And that was a great job there by Brianna Benham contesting for that rebound and getting Stilwell a second chance look here.
Taylor inbound the ball for the Lady Indians. Gets it inside to Shannon Catron. Shannon's going to put it up.
And she is fouled going up, so that'll be 2 shots for Shannon Catron.
I will try to get the scoreboard up and running in between the quarters, ladies and gentlemen. But right now it is 10-4 in favor of the Lady Indians.
Shannon Catron's first one is up and no good. So Shannon Catron will shoot her next one, looking to extend Stilwell's lead to 7, and it is good. 11-4, Lady Indians on top of the Lady Pirates here with just under 40 seconds left to go.
Good defense by Taylor. Jumpers up and good for the Lady Pirates. Puts it at 11-6. 20 seconds remaining here.
Snowda over to Taleb. Back over to Snowda.
Still, we're going to get the last shot. Oh, nice crossover. Over to Shannon. Shannon back to Snowda. 5 seconds left. Going to pull the trigger on the three. Short. Going to get a foul. Going against the Lady Indians.
Yeah, I believe it is against the Lady Indians. Number 14, Shannon Catron. No, I'm sorry, number 15, Kinley Johnson.
And that does it for the first quarter. The Stilwell Lady Indians 11, the Poteau Lady Pirates 6.
So as Tyler mentioned, we had a request from one of our followers, or one of our viewers, asking me to spell predicate for him. And I'm going to let Tyler here with a 4-year degree from OU in journalism and as the editor-in-chief see if I spell this correctly. We're going to go with Predicate. And Tyler doesn't know.
So got some country music going on here in between quarters.
And we want to go ahead and issue an apology. Tyler wants to go ahead and issue an apology to his former English teacher, Miss Jerry Gilstrap, who is now the superintendent of Stilwell Public Schools, that he did not know if I was spelling that correctly.
Well, if you give me Microsoft Word, I can spell it correctly.
Well, that's my problem. I'm used to spelling it on Outlook. All right, here we go. Start of the second quarter. Ball is inbounded by Kinley Johnson to Caleb Mink. Ball swung over to Snowden in the corner for 3.
No good.
Long. Rebound corralled by the Poteau Lady Pirates. And good defense there by trying to figure out who that is with the defense, but they forced a 3-second lane violation.
That will be Caitlin Wilson. All right, Snowden with the ball. We got the scoreboard all set for you again. Sorry about that. Inside pass is knocked away, turnover. Going back the other way for the Lady Pirates. Good job. Good defense by Snowden on ball, and then a good job of getting in the passing lane by Taylor. Bringing down the ball is Taylor. Going to get inside up. Runner no good. Unable to get her own rebound.
The rebound controlled by Lady Pirates. Number 5 will bring it up for the Lady Pirates.
Inside pass there on the block. Try to get it over.
A great job there by Snowden for cutting off that pass under the basket. She's going to bring the ball up for the Lady Indians.
Look at her to get inside. Nope. Going to kick it out to number 12, Wilson. Back to Snowden. Inside to Catron. Going to be out of bounds. Going to be tipped and will stay with the Lady Indians. 6:31 remaining here in the second quarter. Lady Indians still with a 5-point lead.
So ball will be inbounded by Taylor over to Snowden Wadey. Swung inside to Kinley Johnson.
Nice
fadeaway.
Nice little jumper. They're going to get the roll. You got to get some more jelly. There's a lot of rolls in this gymnasium tonight. Good hands there by Taylor.
And I like Coach Combs' decision here off the made basket to go with full court press.
The last time we were broadcasting the game for the Lady Indians, they did a lot of full court press, Brad. And we haven't seen much tonight, but in order to get into a press, you usually have to make some shots, and there's just not been a lot of shots made tonight.
Yep. So that foul call is on Caitlin Wilson. That's her first, team 4th. Lady Pirates will inbound the ball on the far side of the gym.
So 7-point lead for the Lady Indians with a little under 6 minutes remaining in the half. Good hands there by the Lady Indians. Going to force the ball out of bounds. It will go to the Lady Indians. So another turnover force for the Stilwell defense.
All right, Snowden will bring up the ball for the Lady Indians.
Snowden with the ball over to Taylor. Taylor with the 3. Long on the shot. Going to be unable to be saved by Kinley Johnson. Ball will go to Poteau. 5:28 remaining in the first half. Stilwell is into that full court press. Poteau's able to beat it. Got numbers. Up on the glass, good. 13-8. 5-point game.
5-point game with just a little over 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter as Wadey brings the ball up for the Lady Indians. Swings the ball over to Mink.
Caitlin Wilson getting some minutes tonight, filling the role of Kaylee Benham. Taylor down the middle, unable to finish it.
Baseball pass for Poteau is
long.
Yeah, long and inaccurate. So that ball will go back to the Lady Indians.
Sloppy game in this first half, Brad.
Yes, it is, Tyler, and I just think, as we talked about, at least for Stilwell's standpoint, it's just trying to figure out your way from here on out with no Jaylee Christie tonight, as we said, and then no Kaylee Benham for the rest of the year.
Kick out there. Nice little pass there to the corner. Elbow. Gets it up on the glass. Good finish there by Kinley Johnson. Good drive and dish there by Caitlin Wilson. Got a trap there.
Yep.
Able to get through the trap. Cross-court pass going to be unable to finish that. Rebound stays with Poteau. They kick it out, and Poteau going to look to reset the offense. Right down the middle, jumper. No roll. Going to get the foul there on, I believe that'll be on Caitlin.
So foul is on 14, Shannon Catron, which is just our first. Number 5 for Poteau will be at the line, shooting 2.
Sits to shoot, bends the knees, and will be in and out. Not many free throws shot tonight, Brad, by either team.
Not many shots put up tonight, Tyler, as a whole by either team.
Second one is good, cuts the lead to 6. Taylor bringing the ball down for the Lady Indians.
Ball swung over to Snowda, who will drive, and
jumper is no good. Rebound, Caitlin Wilson. Good job. Going to get the foul there. She will be. That's only going to be the second team foul for the Poteau Lady Pirates.
Great effort there by Caitlin Wilson, Tyler, to get that rebound and get a second chance opportunity.
Caleb wide open, passes it up, but going to hit the curler there, Kinley Johnson.
And great decision there by Taylor to just wait and let that play develop. Find Kinley Johnson in the paint.
Long pass, going to. Good job by Poteau beating the press there.
Yes, it was.
Cuts the lead to 6 again. Approaching the 3-minute mark in the second half, or first half.
Ball swung back over to Caitlin Wilson.
Right down the middle, going to get the foul, and one!
Wow.
Nice finish by Caitlin Wilson.
Bucket is good. Fouls on number 22, Anderson Baker. At the line, shooting 1, Caitlin Wilson.
Up and finishes the three-point play there. Fantastic effort, Brad. And some serious strength to fight through the contact and finish that runner.
Absolutely.
Stilwell right back into the press, looking to get a trap. Oh, man, you got to have that one right there, Brad.
Yeah, and I think before that, Tyler, Stilwell coaches were actually looking for a carry over there on Poteau.
Nice little turnaround jumper. Going to be no good. Rebound will be a jump ball.
And it should go.
It'll go.
Stays here with Poteau.
Bree Benham back in the game.
And Taylor's going to take a rest. Ball be inbounded under the basket by Poteau.
3-ball up and no good. Rebound to Shannon Catron.
And that's going to be a foul call on number 5 for Poteau. Just their third personal. Just their third team foul, excuse me. Number 5's first personal.
We got a timeout.
Yeah, and I don't know which coach is more disgusted for Lady Indians. I think it's Coach Crittenden. I think he's just a little disappointed in the pressure they're not getting to apply on that.
Yeah, it's some sloppy play tonight, Brian. I mean, for lack of a better term, it's just not been the most crisp that I've seen these girls play with this season. Got our student drum line over here entertaining the crowd. So 20-11 with 2:26 remaining in the first half. Stilwell nursing a 9-point lead. 9-point lead in this game right now feels like about a 20-point lead, to be honest.
It sure does. As we mentioned,
very slow-paced game tonight.
Yeah, the buckets have been hard to come by.
Inbounded. It'll be Snowden-Wady bringing the ball up for the Lady Indians and running the offense. Over to Kinley. Kinley gets it inside to Shannon. Shannon's going to kick it back out. Back to Snowden. Snowden back to Kinley. Bree Benham looking for something. Not much there. Going to kick it back out to the cutter. Nice pass there. Oh, unable to finish. Rebound to Caitlin. Unable to finish that. Another offensive rebound. No good. Another offensive rebound for the Lady Indians. They'll settle it down, looking to get something else. Little jumper turnaround. Good for Bree Benham. About 4 offensive rebounds on that one possession for the Lady Indians.
Great job of crashing the boards there by the Lady Indians. Lady Pirates look to set up shop here, top of the key. Going to kick it back out.
Oh, good hands there by Snowden. Knocks it away, gets the steal. Lady Indians are off and running. She's going to pull it back out. Didn't have numbers.
Now
a nice inside run.
Drives.
No good. Got a trap there. Going to be a jump ball. That one should go to Stilwell.
That's coming our way. Great effort there on defense by the Lady Indians.
Minute 08 remaining here in the first half. Stilwell up by 11. Over to Kinley. Gets it over to Bree. Bree's going to turn around, shoot the jumper. No good, but Shannon Catron right there for the rebound. Going to put it up on the glass. No good, but gets the foul.
And we're going to go ahead and give Bree Benham the benefit of a doubt there. That was a pass down low.
I'll give it to you. So, Shannon Catron going to the line. I believe this is the first 2 free throws of the night for the Lady Indians. First one is, in and out. Shannon Catron going to look to add to her 3 points on the night. Going to be short. They say it missed rim, so that will go to Poteau, who will inbound it underneath the basket.
And Taylor Mink has entered the game for Shannon Catron for this last 52 seconds.
Going to the right, dribble handoff there for the Poteau Lady Pirates. Going down baseline now. Jumper is up and no good. Rebound controlled by Benham. Gets over to Taylor. Stilwell has about 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Let's see what Coach Cone wants. Back to Taylor. Taylor over to Snowden. Snowden cross-court pass to Caitlin Wilson. Back to Snowden in the corner. 3-ball up. In and out. Rebound controlled by Poteau. Going to get a foul. That will be the 16th foul. So still one more will put Poteau in the bonus.
And that foul was on Caitlin Wilson, her second. Under 15 seconds left to go. And
10 seconds. Poteau's going to look to get the last shot of the half. That will be out of bounds.
Kinley Johnson.
Will stay with Poteau. 7.1 seconds remaining. Inside pass. Good job of getting it down on the block, and that will be good. Snowden from half-court line, not going to get it off. Oh, they're going to get a foul! That will be 3 free throws. That was definitely contact before the horn.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Poteau may not be happy about it, but that was contact before the horn. Snowden will go to the line for 3. Just not a heady play there by Poteau.
No, but great awareness there by Snowden to know I have time to get this shot off and at least force some contact.
Mm-hmm. First one's up and good. Second one is good. And the third for Snowden Wadey is short. So, what was going to be a 9-point game is now an 11-point game because of a bad foul there at the end of the half. So, 24-13 at halftime. Lady Indians with 11-point lead. It's not been the prettiest of games, but they have controlled the game for, I would say, 90% of the game.
I would agree. And as you mentioned earlier, whenever you said a 9-point lead feels like a 20-point lead right now, and it does. I mean, to be honest with you, I know we're only looking at an 11-point deficit, but it feels like a 20-point game right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's an 11-point lead, and I'm not saying it's over and you can send everybody home, but an 11-point lead with how this game flow has been tonight almost seems insurmountable.
Yes,
I mean,
it does.
Yeah, the Lady Pirates would have to find something serious down there in the locker room and come out with a whole new attitude and execution and everything else. It hasn't been the greatest of games, but the Lady Indians are controlling it. They're forcing their will, so to speak, in this. And as we said at the beginning of the game, Brad, they're best whenever they can muck up the game, whenever they can make it a gritty and tough and, for lack of a better term, a dirty game.
Yeah.
And that's what this is. It isn't a pretty game. And they're taking advantage of it. They're using their execution. They're jumping passing lanes. They're getting their hand on the ball. They're doing whatever they need to do to keep Poteau out of the lane and off the block and everything else, not letting Poteau get into any offensive flow tonight. And then on the other side, you're seeing about midway in that first quarter and then for most of the second quarter, you were seeing Stilwell drive. They were kicking. They were hitting the outside shooter. Now, are all the shots falling? No. But they're doing what they got to do to get open and clean look.
Absolutely. And like you said, you really felt like this game kind of got some separation whenever they started doing the small things, what I call the winning plays, getting the steals, getting the turnovers, making the easy buckets, getting the second, third, and fourth chances. We saw that one possession where we scored that extra bucket off of 4 offensive rebounds. So a great effort here by the Lady Indians. We're going to take about a 5-minute break and join you with about a minute left to go before the third quarter starts.
We'll be back a little bit before then. I think we have Coach George coming up for a halftime interview.
Okay.
But we will be back here in a moment. Okay, as I said, we were going to have the head coach of the Stilwell boys team back and up here for a halftime interview. I'm pleased to be joined by that man, Coach George. How are you tonight, Coach?
Doing good.
Good. So you're off of a big tournament championship. I mean, you went to a Lincoln Christian tournament this last weekend. We were commenting at the beginning of the girls' game or the pregame of the girls' game how loaded that tournament field was, and y'all came out on top. Can you just kind of comment on that and that process?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a loaded 5A tournament, and we went up there with the expectation of just trying to go up there and compete and execute what we do. The boys played really hard, and they all it was more of a bonding experience for them all. They got to see what we could do against good competition, and we made shots. We played well. We played at a high level, and that was coming off of not a stellar performance on Tuesday. So to go up there and rebound like that, hey, we'll take it, and we just keep one at a time. That's what we're doing right now. It's one at a time.
Yeah, and how do you keep that mindset for your team? They're undefeated. We're halfway into the season now. They're still undefeated. There's a possibility that y'all could keep that streak going. I mean, you do have a Fort Gibson tournament that has routinely been a challenging tournament. That's always got some good teams there. How do you keep that focus to not start looking ahead and thinking, hey, we're number 9, we're top 10, you should keep climbing in the rankings and all that. How do you keep them focused right now?
Well, overall, we always tell them, we're this far east. No matter what we do, we can try to go, like early this year, we went to Seminole to try to scrimmage.
Yeah.
Just to get out west a little bit, let people see us. And we went to Tulsa to scrimmage. And so I got the mindset, and I kind of push on them boys that they don't respect you guys. Mm-hmm. So we got to go out and earn our respect one game at a time. We're not going to go do it here and then come out and have a bad showing here, game 2 and 3. We got to make sure we do it every single night.
Yeah.
And to do that, we got to make sure we're playing together. We got to rebound. Defense is where my big thing is the defense.
Yeah.
And so we had a good defensive stop at Lincoln Christian against Lincoln Christian with the last 25 seconds to go, and we made the stop.
Yeah.
That right there is gratifying, but it's one play. I said, win the moment. This is a moment for these young men that they're going to remember forever, and as long as they keep winning these moments like this, man, they'll remember these forever.
So let's talk about tonight. What are you wanting to see tonight out of this crew after coming off this tournament win or tournament championship? And before we head into that Fort Gibson tournament, you got a contest tonight. I think your game on Friday night has been canceled probably due to other reasons outside of basketball.
Right.
And so how do you keep them focused right now? What are you wanting to see from them tonight on the floor?
Just execution, hook up on defense, and I keep telling them every game we got to gang rebound. We don't have 6'8", 6'9" guys like a lot of these guys do. Collinsville had a couple of 6'4" guys, 6'3" guys across the board, and we just stayed with them when rebounding. So we got to keep doing it. I mean, everybody has to go do their part, and they can't stand around and watch. But we got to make sure we rebound, play defense, and then execute offensively. Mm-hmm. We still want to push the basketball, run hard, use our depth like we try to been using all year long, and just see where we're at with that. I think we can cause some turnovers, generate some offense in that manner. But in the end, a lot of teams are going to try to make us play a half-court game, and we got to be able to execute, half-court in the offense, and then get down and dig in on defense and play a lot of help. I've been watching a lot of film on a lot of teams, especially those upper echelon teams that we hopefully have to play later on. Yeah. And they're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, so we're right there with them. I think I keep telling the guys that, hey, we won a tournament, but that's not our bigger. We got bigger goals we want to achieve. So, and that's the mindset I try to push across. We got bigger things we want to do. So.
Well, Coach, good luck tonight. Good luck the rest of the season. It's been very enjoyable to watch this team play the way they play. So good luck tonight. Congratulations on the Lincoln Christian Tournament Championship, and have fun.
All right, I sure will.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stilwell Gymnasium. It is 24-13 in favor of the Lady Indians here versus the Poteau Lady Pirates. We are about to get the second half of tonight's girls contest underway. Poteau will start out with the ball. They'll be inbounding. And we are off and running here in the second half. Got a double dribble early right there.
And if you're Poteau, that's not how you want to start.
No, I mean, I don't know what was said in the locker room, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't, let's start with a double dribble.
All right. Lady Indians off the turnover, bring the ball up the court. Ball swung over to Snowder Wadey at the top of the key.
So Caitlin Wilson getting the start here in the second half after a very good first half for her.
Why not?
No. Oh, ball was tipped there. Turnover by the Lady Indians. Will get a jump ball. That will stay with the Lady Indians.
But, I mean, to me, Tyler, watching back that first half, Caitlin Wilson earned her playing time.
Yeah, she was excellent in the first half. Aggressive, strong with the ball, everything you want to see. Inside pass there to Kinley Johnson, going to get the foul. Will it be a shooting foul? On the floor.
Okay.
But also with putting Caitlin on the floor right now, Brad, you're able to move Kinley inside again and utilize her skill set there.
Well, and you're able to move Shannon back to the bench, and that's where she's really done great this year. You know, she's really come in and added a little spark off the bench. And there's, again, that hustle from Caitlin Wilson. She wasn't able to corral the rebound, but great effort there.
So, Poteau with the ball. Stilwell going man defense early here in the... Oh. Gonna force the turnover. Good hands there by Snowda.
So a sloppy start really for both teams in this first minute of the third quarter.
And the Poteau coach showing little patience for sloppiness right now. He has cycled in more players than I know. Going to get a foul there on Taylor. Turnover and then the foul. Coach Cone can't be happy about that.
No. And quickly Shannon Catron is up off the bench and subbed in for Taylor, who just picked up her second foul. Ball will be inbounded by the Lady Pirates.
Good hands there by Shannon Catron. Inside there. Bree Benham, good job of staying straight up. And then there's going to be a foul on the floor. The theme of the first half has carried over to the second half, Brad.
Yes, it has. And I know there's probably no two people more frustrated than Coach Cone and Poteau's coach right now.
Yeah, exactly. Good hands there by Snowda Wadey to force the errant shot.
And that was a great block there by Shannon Catron. I think she got a piece of that.
Ball will stay with Poteau as it was deflected out of bounds. Inbounded underneath their own basket. Over the top, jumper is going to be up and in and out, no good. Rebound to Stilwell. Snowda's off and running.
Snow's going to go coast to coast.
No good. Got a stop ball. Jumper's up, no good. And we're going back the other way, Brad. Got numbers.
Got numbers. Throws it over to Kinley Johnson, and she's
no good. So some sloppy play by both teams so far.
Yeah, and I felt like Snowda should have given up that ball to Kinley just a little bit earlier, kind of put her in an awkward spot to throw
good
that
hands by deflection by Snowda, steal by Brianna Benham. And we got a timeout by Coach Cone. So what has been a rough first 2 minutes of the second half. No points scored.
Oh, it's rough. The ref asked Coach Cone, do we want a half or a full? And Cone emphatically said full. So he's got a lot that I know that him and his staff wants to address with our Lady Indians right now.
And just going back to that sequence where Poteau had a fast break, we had a fast break, they had a fast break, we had a fast break, and nothing was done.
Yeah.
when we had the numbers down here, like you said, Snowda probably should have gave it up a little bit earlier. But not only that, when she did give up the pass, it went low, and Kinley wasn't able to catch the ball in a rhythm and make a layup or anything. It went down to her ankle. She had to pick it up and throw it on the backboard, and that's no excuse. The ball should have been finished, but you don't want to make it tough on your girls, especially whenever it's one of your post players in transition.
Well, and, I mean, you're already at a little bit of a disadvantage tonight, being down one of your regular starters in Jaylee Christie and having Benham out for the rest of the year. So you've already made some changes. Don't make it harder on yourself. Do the simple things. Do the easy things that you know are fundamental you can do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Caitlin Wilson will be inbounding for the Lady Indians on the far side of the court. Snowda Weddy running point. See if she can get something going. Nice pass inside of Shannon Catron. Going to be a jump ball. That will go to Poteau.
And
Stilwell going back to the zone here. Matchup zone type. No. I don't know what they're... I think they're trying to play zone, but it looked like I think one of the wing ladies stayed with the cutter there.
Yeah.
Bad pass there. Snow's going to be able to save it. Oh, going to get a foul on the drive. That'll be the second team foul on Poteau. Ball will be inbounded on the baseline underneath Stilwell's own basket. Not a lot of movement on the inbounds play.
No,
good job by Snowda. Heady play, unable to finish, but the jumper will go up and good. Good follow.
Well, I mean, you can't blame Snowda there. No one's getting open.
Yeah, there was no movement, and so she made her own play.
Looks like Taylor Minks getting ready to check
jumper
back in
short
for
for Poteau.
Ball controlled by Kinley Johnson. She's going to bring it all the way up. And
crossover, runner up on the glass, no good. Poteau controls the rebound. 26-15 with 4:45 remaining. Drive down the middle. Lefty up. Good. Cuts the lead to 9. Number 5 for Poteau leads all scorers. Nice runner there by Snowda. Pushes the lead back to double digits. Gives her 12 on the night. Now Snowda leads all scorers.
And now the scoring faucet has been open full blast. We went from no scoring to
back
no one can stop anybody.
There's a foul. That's going to be on Snowda. Did they called it on the floor, I believe. Yep. Huh.
That's 2 fouls because I thought Keely Johnson actually was at an angle where it looked like she was getting ready to go up down here on this end, and they called that on the floor. So.
Good pass there by Poteau on the inside, going to get the foul. That will be free throws for the Poteau Lady Pirates.
Yeah. That was a great job by 21 for Poteau getting the position on Shannon Catron, and that's something I'm sure Shannon being so young, she'll figure out as she gets older, gets more experience.
First one's no good. Brad, I thought I almost spoke too soon on that.
I thought you did too. It's the reverse announcer's curse. You caused her to make it.
Second one is up and good. Cuts the lead to 10. Snowda with the ball, going to give it over to Taylor. Taylor into the corner to Kinley. Kinley go back to Snowda up top. Snowda inside to Shannon Catron. Shannon's going to put it up on the glass, no good. Kinley controls the rebound, going to get it up on the rim, no good. Poteau looking to run. Stilwell does a good job of getting back in transition. Poteau coach wants some motion in his offense. Stilwell doing a good job of matching up right here.
Well, I mean, he's getting his wish, Tyler. He's getting motion, but right now it's the first time the ball has broken the three-point plane. And
runner good off the glass. kind of a prayer thrown up there that gets answered. Snowden with the ball, gives it over to Taleb. Taleb controls the pass. Crosses over, dribble handoff to Kinley. Another dribble handoff to Snowden, who crosses over down the middle. Runner, good! Pushes the lead back to 10, gives Snowden 14 on the night. Snowden's kind of taken over here in the third quarter.
She has. Reminiscent of shots I used to watch her dad make whenever I was a kid.
Number 5 for Poteau drives down the right side. No good. Good block by Kinley Johnson.
Get out of here.
Access denied.
Caitlin Wilson bringing the ball up for the Lady Indians.
Inside to Shannon. Shannon kicks it out to Caitlin Wilson. Caitlin with the 3 ball.
Just a little
no
short.
No good. (30-20) with a little over 2 minutes remaining here. Ooh.
She just barely got the ball across.
That will be out of bounds. We'll stay with Poteau.
Checking back in from the Lady Pirates, Cheyenne Burkell.
If our viewer liked the word predicate, I'm going to use a different word to describe this third quarter, which is discombobulated.
Jumper no good. That's going to be over the back call there. And if that viewer can spell discombobulated, I'll give him $5. Ball will be inbounded on the baseline underneath Poteau's own basket. Good
Great
job
steal.
Oh.
Right through the hands of Taylor
Yeah,
Mink.
she jumped that passing lane perfectly.
Good hands there again.
Yeah, good active hands there on the defensive end for Taylor Mink. Minute 58 remaining here in the third quarter. Oh, I think she got away with the dragging of the foot there. They're going to get a foul on. Oh, no, jump ball.
Possession arrow says it's going with Stilwell.
Snow bringing the ball down for the Lady Indians. Over to Taylor. Taylor swings it over to Caitlin. Oh, man, they're going to get a foul there.
Taylor's going
to pull the trigger. Why not? Off the bank. Late hours
no,
here.
It's open.
Ball loose on the floor. Still loose. Going to go out of bounds. Will go to Stilwell. In the student section, letting them hear it. Snowden with the ball. Gives it over to Taylor. Taylor will run point on this possession. Gives over to Snowden on the wing. Shannon inside. Nice pass there to Kinley. Kinley finishes it. Good execution there by the Lady Indians. We're under a minute remaining here in the third quarter. Stilwell up 15. Crossover there. Good trap there by the Lady Indians. Going to cause the turnover. Look ahead. Up to Shannon Cajun with the layup. Good.
A timeout called here by Poteau, the Lady Pirates.
37-20 with 36.3 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Stilwell has taken control of this game, Brad.
They have. And, you can see in Coach Cohn's aggressiveness here to go full court press. He smells blood.
Oh, yeah.
And so, if we can go ahead and get this lead up to 20 points before the end of the into the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, as we talked about earlier, 11 points felt like 20. What does 20 points feel like?
It feels like we should just pack it up right now. I mean, this has been for the better part of the third quarter, it was, to be frank, it was ugly.
Yes, it was.
And to see them flip that switch and turn it on so quickly and then so aggressively has been rather impressive. I mean, you don't want that to happen. You want them to be in that mode the entire game. But it is encouraging whenever you can see your team, get themselves going whenever they haven't been, and they're kind of stuck in a rut, but they're able to pull themselves out of it and get going and flowing offensively and defensively, and kind of put some space between them and a team that frankly shouldn't be close to them right now.
Exactly.
Poteau will be inbounding the ball
with 36.3 seconds left to go here in the third quarter.
Stilwell with the pressure. Good hands there by Taylor. Good pass. Another good pass. Going to finish it. It's good. Stilwell right back into the pressure. Poteau beats it this time. Good recovery by Snowden, though. 17 seconds remaining. Stilwell up by 19. Good inbounds play by Poteau right there to get the easy basket. I like that play design.
All right, 10 seconds left to go. Snowden has the ball. And I imagine she's going to look for her own shot. Nope.
Taylor with the three ball. No good. Rebound to and no good off the offensive rebound. 39-22 to end the third quarter. 17-point lead. What was a 11-point lead at halftime. Stilwell pushes it out to 17. Brad, it wasn't pretty the entire third quarter, but Stilwell turned it on late.
They definitely did, and a lot of that was offensive possessions that were successful because they were off of turnovers for the full court press that Coach Cohn implemented there with the last 2 minutes. In the last 2 minutes to go in this third quarter, I'm honestly just kind of looking forward to see if Stilwell can continue that momentum, maybe stretch this lead out early in the fourth quarter to 26, 28 points, and kind of ride this one off into the sunset.
Yeah. I imagine Coach Cohn would probably want to get his girls starters some rest here.
I would think so.
They've had a busy last week. This is their 5th game in about 8 days.
Yeah.
So,
and one scheduling note we do want to make you, ladies and gentlemen at home, aware of is the Friday night game at Shakota has been canceled, and so we're waiting to hear from Athletic Director Ronnie Littlejohn if that game will be rescheduled for a later date. But we will keep you advised if that is the case. This Friday's game, yes, that's correct.
So here we go. Fourth quarter is underway. Stilwell with a 17-point lead. Turnover there, and they are off and running. Snowden's up ahead. They give it to her. She's going to nice block there. Well, she recovers and gets the ball back. Going to get a foul on the floor.
And no basket. That's going to be on the floor.
Stilwell will be inbounding on the baseline underneath their own basket. Pass up to Snowden at the top. Taylor been in the corner, had an open look, but gets it inside. Nice little jumper there by Shannon, unable to finish. Good defense by Kinley at the top of the key. Little running jumper is good for Poteau. Cuts the lead to 15.
That had a Isaiah Cousins trajectory on it.
Snowden right down the middle.
Good.
Runner is good off the glass.
Sends the lead back out to 17 for the Lady Indians with just under 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
And gives Snowden 16 on the night.
And drive by number 5 for Poteau is good.
And timeout by Poteau. 15-point game.
Looks like Bree Benham will check back in for the Lady Indians after this timeout.
So, Brad, we're at a 15-point game. You don't want to leave looking ahead, I guess, because Poteau could still figure something out and make it a closer game that keeps your starters in there. But, I think Coach Cone, like we said a while ago, he probably looking for an opportunity for these starters of his to push this lead on out a little bit. That way he can give them a much-needed rest.
I agree. It does help, though, as we talked about, not having that Friday night game. Give these ladies a little bit of an extended break.
Still will be inbounding underneath the Poteau basket. Poteau showing some press. Good job by Taleb to beat it. Jumper from the short corner.
Is no good by Caitlin Wilson. Ball swung up top to Poteau. Drive and
no good. Rebound controlled by Kinley Johnson. Taylor bringing the ball down for the Lady Indians. Snowdo up top with the 3 ball. Oh, off. Snowdo recovers and going to force a jump ball.
Oh, and I felt like that jump ball call was a little early, even though it favors the Lady Indians. And one of the things, if I was Coach Cone, Tyler, I would tell my girls is be decisive.
Yeah.
Be intentional here with your possessions. You've got a 15-point lead. There's no rush. Just get a good shot.
Caitlin down the middle. Little jumper going to be short. That'll be out of bounds and will go to Poteau. Good hands there by Kinley.
Ball swung over.
3 ball.
3, and it's good.
Off the glass and good.
So lead cut down to 12 for the Lady Indians on that 3-point make. Good find there by Taylor Mink to Bree Benham.
Good finish by Bree.
So good answer there by Stilwell.
Yeah, a little over 5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Still will have a 14-point lead. Good recovery there by Taylor Mink. Runner's going to be up and no good. Rebound controlled by Taylor. Pass to the corner. Caitlin kicks it over to Kinley. Kinley with the 3 ball.
Just a little long.
Out and running is Poteau. Good effort there.
Good job by Snowden to try to disrupt that.
Oh, going to get the and one with a chance to cut it to an 11-point lead. Snowda's second personal foul. Finishes a 3-point play there, cutting it to an 11-point lead. Poteau trying to get back in this game. A little over 4.5 remaining. Nice pass there to Kinley Johnson. Going to finish it. Good find by Taylor Mink. Stilwell, just every time Poteau gets a little bit of momentum, they just do something to kind of knock them back a little bit.
They do. It's a sign of a good team being able to answer.
The jumper was no good. Number 5 gets the rebound. Is not able to connect there on the putback.
Ball rebounded by Kinley Johnson over to Snowda Wadey. Just under 4 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter.
Snowda with the runner. No good. Rebound controlled, or will be over the back on Bree Benham. Bree's third. That'll put the Lady Pirates in the bonus, so they will be going to the free throw line for some shots while the clock's not moving.
So 1-1 here for the Lady Pirates.
First one is up and short. Rebound controlled by Stilwell. Snowda goes to her left. Gives it to Kinley. Kinley gets inside the lane. Going to put it up on the glass and finish it.
Great drive there by Kinley Johnson. Pushes the lead back up to 15 for the Lady Indians.
You're hearing the fans in the stands saying force her left, and it's not a bad thing because she has went right every time. But she is able to finish it right there. Good job. Gives her 20 on the night. Snowda Wadey with the ball up top for the Lady Indians. Kicks it to Taleb. Taleb drives right down the lane, gives it to Bree in the short corner. It'll be no good after the bounce.
So still a 13-point game. Poteau bringing the ball up with 2 minutes 46 seconds left to go.
They're trying to get it to number 5 every time.
Good
down the court.
defense by Kinley Johnson.
Yeah, excellent job of jumping in that passing lane, getting her hand on the ball, and completing the steal. We got a timeout by Coach Cone.
He wants to settle things down right now.
2:37 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Stilwell went up 13. Poteau had cut it to 11 at one point. Stilwell pushed it back to 15, and now Poteau able to get it back to 13. Stilwell's led as much as 19 or 20, I believe. Poteau's made it more interesting than what it looked like it was going to be at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
They have, and I feel like Stilwell's kind of just let off the gas just a little bit, you know.
Well, you're seeing that every time they get a little momentum, Stilwell kind of punches back. And then Poteau gets a little bit more momentum, and Stilwell punches back a little bit more. Where we thought Stilwell would put their foot on the gas and finish them off, we haven't seen that tonight. But there's still 2:37 remaining here in the fourth quarter, and I think that's what Coach Coleman was probably stressing to his team. So let's see how the Lady Indians finish here in the fourth quarter.
Ball swung to Taleb at the free throw line.
Kinley Johnson looking to get inside the paint again. It's going to be a walk on Caitlin Wilson. Turnover against the Indians. Gives the ball back to the Poteau Lady Pirates, who are down 13, looking to cut into that lead even more. Ball up top, Stilwell playing man defense right now. Good job by Taylor. Jumper's going to be up and no good, but rebound goes to Poteau, number 5, who finishes it.
And has 22 of Poteau Pirates' 36 points tonight. Snowda down the lane.
Nice finish there by Snowda.
And as you mentioned, there's the answer from Stilwell, pushing it back out to 13 points. A minute, 30 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Good deflection there by Kinley Johnson.
Taylor with the
No, I'm
steal.
sorry, it's Caitlin Wilson.
Snowda with the ball in the corner is going to shoot the jumper. No good. Rebound to Kinley Johnson, who's not able to finish. Bree Benham with another rebound, and it's good. So three shot attempts down there on that end of the floor for the Lady Indians that possession, and they are able to capitalize.
Yeah, and I think
Minute remaining.
And we've seen Poteau Lady Pirates pull their bench up.
Yeah, I think this does it for the Lady Indians. They will end tonight with their
Three there by Taylor.
ninth victory of the season.
Yep, good steal by Kinley Johnson for another 2-point basket.
Give Kinley 16 on the night.
She's had a great night. Really stepped up.
30 seconds remaining here. Jumper short. Taylor Mink with the ball. Stilwell may look to just run the clock out. Nope. Caitlin, unable to finish. Number 5 for, it's going to be a foul on the floor. That she'll go to the line for a 1-and-1. Stilwell up 17. Number 5 for Poteau, looking to add to her 20 points on the night.
22 now.
No, it's 20.
Oh, okay. I thought she had 22.
First one's up and good. Gives her 21. Leads all scorers on the night. Snowda has 18 for the Lady Indians, leading them, with Kinley Johnson having 16. Second one is good. Fantastic showing by number 5 for the Lady Pirates. Jumper there is no good. Taylor controls the rebound. That will do it for the Lady Indians. They are victorious tonight with a 53-38 win over the Poteau Lady Pirates. Brad, it wasn't always pretty, but they did an excellent job of taking advantage of what type of game flow it was.
Exactly. And, there were a lot of frustrations in this game, but one thing I would preach to the fans is patience. They are making some changes in the lineup. There was some adjustments that had to be made tonight. And so hats off to the Lady Indians. Hard-fought victory. Still came out, ahead by 15.
Yep.
So.
All right, bear with us. This live stream will be ending. We will get the boys' live stream up momentarily. So come back and enjoy the nightcap of tonight with the number 9 Stilwell Indians hosting the Poteau Pirates. Thank you, and see you in a moment.